Good morning, camp. Good morning, guys. Good morning, world. I slept like a baby. The first order of business is coffee, because I don't know about you guys, I cannot function without my coffee. First thing in the morning. Drink my coffee and then just leave. I'm thinking if I should move the tent somewhere else, maybe around a tree, in case I don't know what time it is because my phone is not working. I just woke up by the sound of birds and wind, and I don't care what time it is. So we live in camp for a while. I covered my wood just in case. Fire is out. We're going to the stream to clean the cookware and filter some more water. So everything here is nice and tidy, as it should always be. I hope you enjoy the view as much as I am. I'm happy to see people. I saw a couple of families passing my camp while I was eating. Oh, here you go. So our camp is somewhere there. Beautiful, isn't it? Okay, let's see. Do we have the stream here? Because I'm hearing it. There you go. Hello, buddy. Okay. So guys, I'm gonna get to work. I'll see you soon. Maybe at camp again. Oh, this is perfect. Check this out. Yeah. So this is how we do it. Takes a while. We got some visitors. See them? Hello, ladies and gents. Let's hope the guard dog won't be seeing me as a threat. Ah, there you go. Hello, ladies. Some are eating. This is so cool. So happy. Hello. No, there's nothing for you here. No. Only if you want to come say hi. Malaysia. No bunot, no. Hello. Hey. Hello. No. Leave that alone, buddy. No. No. You seem a bit stubborn. You seem a bit stubborn. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Come on. Who's next? No, 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 no. 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 This is mine. No, it's not yours. I'm sorry. Go. Come on. Hai, vin aici. Haide, vin aici. He's guarding them. You see, he doesn't leave until the last one. Nice. Allow me to say hello, guys. Come on, beautiful. He's a good boy. Hello. Hello. You have a tick there. Oh, buddy. I will help you. You see, he has 2 ticks. You remember from the story I told you last night, yeah? You know, the story of King Luana. Right on that side, right as you go in into the forest, it's a spring, yeah, with drums, please, healing water. So it's a natural sulfur water, guys, which, you know, high concentration of sulfur and other minerals in the water could be, or it is, used for medicinal purposes, for like, it's called balneotherapy, which is something you go in, you know, you treat arthritis, different types of skin conditions, and so it kind of ties up, right, to the legend of the King Luana the healer. Here's base camp. Hello, camp. All good. Totally different atmosphere than yesterday, right? Totally different. Oh, we have a visitor. Hello. Who's there? Hello. Ce faci? Ce faci? Ia vino. Vin qua? You come here? Come on. I think I know her. I think this one was with me a few years ago. I think I have a picture with her from years ago. Come on. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Don't be scared. Should I come to you? Or you come to me? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come say hello. Come here. Come here. She's really, like, you know, attentive. Come on, girl. Come on. Good girl. Come on. Come on. Oh, bless you. The woodpeckers. The dog. Come on. You see? It's all good. You know what? Hey. Do you like this? Oh, you like that. Good girl. There you go then. No, it's okay. It's okay, girl. It's okay. Look, there you go. That's yours. Good girl. It's okay. You can lick it clean. Should I help you? Should I help you with the food? Look, look. It's okay, it's okay, you're okay, you're okay. Look, you're okay. Wait, you're okay, wait. Wait. It's okay. There you go. Da, petita. There you go. It's okay, it's okay. Wait, wait. Bravo. It's okay. So yeah, the salad is with just like smoked mackerel, potato, mayo, carrot, and a red onion. Good girl. Now can we be friends? I see your tail. Sorry girl, I don't have more. Okay? Mparero. Say hello. Say hello to the camera. Yeah. You're good. Gosh. I know they like, you know. Yes, you do like it. Okay guys, so here we are. I wanted you to take all in the entire view. Now we were about to go on that ridge but cave, and it's called Dionysius the Spinner's Cell, or in Romanian it's translated with Dionysie Torcătorul. Like, it's believed to be connected with this monk called Dionysius, who lived right around here, guys, but in isolation centuries ago. And so according to like local traditions, he would spend his days in prayer, in solitude, manual work, spinning wool inside that shelter. So which is how the place got its name. But we'll see more when we get there. And through here we will get to Dionysius cell. Beautiful flowers. Busy boys and girls. Okay. Look at those roots, guys. Look at that tree basically splitting. You see, splitting in half. Trees are amazing. They communicate between themselves, right? They help each other out. They feed each other. Okay, guys, there we are. Almost there. Started raining, which is perfect because we can shelter. That much. Raining so beautiful. I hope you can see it right on the screen. I hope it will. So here we are. Dionysius cell. When I came here first time in 2015, it was just a wooden ladder. You would have basically just climbed on things and a wooden ladder. This is considered to be a Christian place of worship, okay, like an altar, like a shrine, which is fair, given, as I told you, it was used by monks, either in isolation, either when they were hiding, running. How beautiful it is. So yeah, imagine this here. When I first came, it was a wobbly wooden ladder, guys. Look, so it was firstly discovered and attested in 1639. I've heard researchers claiming it was even before, like 1500s, when the landlords around this area, the lords, right, would have, I don't know, people coming around discovering this, and they would claim them as being their own. So let's see inside, guys. First, one last look. Let's go. Okay, guys. So this is it. So you can see, right, how they sculpted inside for the door. Right here, it would be like a wooden frame. The altar, right? I'm happy to see that it's clean, it's tidy, and because last time it was a mess. But it's nice, it's beautiful, isn't it? And trust me, the energy right here, it's amazing. And on these walls, somewhere, here were inscriptions found pre-Christian. And these, oh, these are bats. Guano, bat, guano. Yeah, you can still see like all type of there are places where you can distinguish like the original marks from what humans did. If you notice something, point it out. Yeah, look how Transylvania. What? Come on, dude. Leave Transylvania what Transylvania is. You know what's even interesting, right? Taking apart its usage now as an altar, as a place of worship, as a Christian place. But before that, what drove people here? What drove them here to start cutting inside a mountain? Especially this mountain, in this place. You know, I'm asking you, and we're going to see on the next one. That, you know, if there are Persian symbols inside the caves, like daggers and such, harbols, or even arrowheads, that would mean that somebody came from all over that place here. It would make sense because those symbols dates 4000 BC, okay? So I climbed down, and you see, you find stuff if you don't rush, if you just look, observe around you. Nature always has something to show us, to teach us. But let's go. You gotta see this. The original ladder of the place. Here it is, guys. Check this out. It's still here, bro. So a decade, yeah? A decade later, it's still here. But I don't think I can take it out. It's pretty... I mean, we can try. It'd be cool for people to see, right? Nah, bro, it's too weight. It's too heavy. It's too heavy. But we saw it. And now that we're here, do you remember what I told you about the ridge? Okay. Wait. Ready? And if you remember from the first day when we arrived, we saw this gap, right? And look, this was the tree that we saw that split the other rock. You know that we saw it from the bottom there. Shall we go a bit further down and check what we can do? Yeah, is that drone? So yeah, guys, here we are. Recognize the place? Yeah, camp is somewhere there. Check this out, guys. We move on when we go to a place which it's thought to be ritualistic, but ancient, right? Ritualistic because of its symbolism. The cave itself, it's closed. I mean, it's not closed, you'll see it's shuttered. But imagine that in that place, and it's a small cave, right? They found over 130 symbols carved. Some of them, even today, not being able to be deciphered. So, Mr. Graham Hancock, I'm here. Look what beautiful place you can come and, discover. Luana's land, Kozana Meadows. I love it. But yeah, let's go check that out. Even from a distance, guys, even from a distance, you immediately notice how unusual it looks. The entrance itself almost resembles a symbolic feminine shape, kind of like something primal. Some researchers and visitors even refer to it as a vulviform cave, right? Because of its striking natural form. And the main chamber uniquely features the same organic womb-like aspect. So let's approach and see. So, resembles a womb-like aspect. But what's more fascinating, that some, well, not some, but archaeologists, who did researches and stuff on it, traced its origins back to at least 4000 BC, right? So that takes us to the Neolithic and Bronze Ages, long before Christianity. And today, this one is considered one of the most enigmatic prehistoric ritual sites in Europe. You know, because inside, right, the central chamber narrows. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to. Okay. You see, it narrows into a shape that resembles a shell or a vulva, right? And many researchers believe this is far more than coincidence. Okay, because guys, listen, 4000 BC, right? Back in those times, the ancient prehistoric cultures entering this cave, like the warriors, okay, entering this cave may have symbolized entering the womb of the Earth Mother itself, you know, the goddess mom. So this transforming, you know, this cave into a natural sanctuary tied to fertility, you know, rebirth, and for sure initiation. Because what's more interesting, directly across this mountain stands phallic rock formation. So whether this alignment was intentional or simply interpreted symbolically later on, you know, nobody truly knows. But what we know is that ancient cultures, um, you know, saw meaning in nature. You know, shapes connected to fertility, birth, symbols tied to life itself. And do you remember? Yeah, guys, this is the farthest that I could reach. You see on that wall, you know, there are some dots. You know, those were measurements. And yeah, everything that they did. So imagine here, guys. Here they found over 130 symbols. There, you know, I can see some arrowheads on the left side. You know, I imagine warriors, you know, coming here for initiation. I really do. I'm a believer in this. The proof left in stones over centuries and thousands of years, possibly. Okay, so I just left the womb cave. Is this a climbing route? Or is just something they used to? Definitely, it's not for like reinforcement or. Okay, that's interesting. Check out the view, guys. I don't see any rock formation. No luck finding that rock formation. I'm going to camp. Tribe. Such a shame that I cannot transmit the smell of this wild fresh mint. And tonight's dinner, a potato with some herring. There you go. Mhm. And then we're gonna throw these babies. I think I'm gonna cut them in half. Hello, tribe. I went for another wood run, and now just chilling, enjoying the view, fire. Same old, same old. And I know I owe you another story, the second legend. Well, not the second legend. I told you they are intertwined, but because we've seen the womb cave, yeah. And I'm sorry I couldn't find that phallus rock formation. It's amazing to see all these symbols, hear about these legends. But in that womb cave, because of this overwhelming focus on weapon imagery, combined with the cave's womb geography, some some archaeologists believe this may be once an initiation sanctuary for younger warriors. When you think about it, and I know about initiation processes throughout ancient cultures, right? And yeah, I really like to think that's that, you know. And of course, right? Uh, they do have also importance for the the early Christians as well, right? The hermits who adapted, right? All these caves, and tomorrow we're gonna see cherry on the top. But yeah, Christian hermits and later monks, they adapted these caves into places of prayer and refuge. You know, like layering basically a completely different spiritual world over something far older. And this is fascinating. And this is, at least in my head, it raises the question. Were these places sacred long before Christianity arrived? And now seeing them and understanding the legend behind, I would say yes. Because you almost have layers of history stacked on top of each other. You know, it kind of goes, like you have prehistoric symbolism, and then you have a ancient spirituality, and last but not least, Christian asceticism, right? Or that monarch life, that solitude monarch life. But coming back to our second part of the story, because just a quick recap about King Luana was portrayed or seen as a healer, right? Instead of a ruthless conqueror, you know. Um, but this other legend ties because people speak of a luminous being descending from the sky, Usually this time described as a woman, sometimes a goddess, sometimes simply just being of light. And according to the stories, and check this out, right? She arrived in a chariot of fire or a burning wheel. So, just imagine just a blazing force crossing the sky above these mountains. And where she touched the earth, right, legend says, the ground itself began to burn. And now, of course, like you have some local legends connect this directly to places like the eternal flames, because they still emerge naturally, right, from the mountains. It's not history, it's not science, it's just old folklore carried from generation to generation, which is beautiful, especially when you get to touch the ground of these legends. And guys, this is the beginning. In some versions of the story, for example, this woman was connected to King Luana. She was a protector, a messenger, kind of, or the one who actually brought healing and knowledge to his people. You know, bec- and of course, like not every version speaks of salvation, because in the other parts, the darker tellings, the fire from the sky did not bring life. Okay, so it brought destruction, and maybe that's why these mountains still feel alive the way they do today. They're just beautiful and ancient, and somehow marked by something people no longer fully understand. I believe that is why the story and legends of Luana were never truly forgotten. Because even now, uh, these mountains continue to leave people with more questions than answers. And if you started to have questions already, wait for tomorrow and everything else that I have to show you in the land of Buzo. You know, um, because yeah, for centuries locals spoke about strange lights, for example, appearing above the forests. I recently seen a documentary where you literally see glowing spheres drifting silently through the valleys at night. There are sudden changes in atmosphere, moments of silence that almost feel unnatural. Interestingly enough, many of these stories seem to gather around the same places tied to the old legends. We have the cave settlements, which we just started to see. Okay, we're gonna see tomorrow, and whew, I cannot wait for tomorrow. The stone sanctuaries, right? The eternal fire, and these cliffs around surrounding the land of Luana. Even in modern times, researchers and historians and documentary filmmakers who explore these mountains reported unusual experiences here. Some come up with, geological activity. Others believe the area carries something harder to explain. Because these mountains are unusual from a scientific perspective too. The sandstone formations, for example, underground pressures, and even tectonic activity in the region can create these rare natural electrical phenomena. Some and other researchers, believe that under certain conditions, these mountains may actually generate luminous atmospheric effects, which sounds crazy. But yeah, guys, science explains part of it, folklore explains the rest, and somewhere between myth and reality, um, the mystery of these mountains continues to survive. Maybe that's why the legends of Luana and the woman and the chariot of fire, right, still feel strangely alive today. Because when you stand in these forests at night, surrounded by caves, silence, and fire emerging from the earth, right, you begin to understand kinda how stories like these were born. Tomorrow we're gonna see some places suspended, somewhere between history, faith, and myth. So
Stay tuned. I'm gonna leave. Just wanted to share the vibe. But it's, yeah, no more mosquitoes. Getting ready to sleep, guys. Tired. That's it, tribe. Good night. Have a good one. To all of you, to the world.